Little Orbit has done incalculable work on APB since their acquisition of Gamers First in May 2018, ultimately culminating in our first real look at the long-anticipated upgrade to Unreal Engine 3.5 today, Friday, April 17th, 2020. At long last, it's finally happening, and I can think of no better time to do a retrospective on all the progress that LO has made for us. This video will not cover the details of the engine upgrade. Mr. Scott has done an excellent job of that with his weekly forum posts, and I have no intention of butchering his first-hand information. Alternatively, I'm sure that videos of the engine upgrade demo from today are going to be all over YouTube soon if they aren't already, and you can just see the upgrade there for yourself. One of Gamers First's greatest flaws was their total inability to interface with the community, either due to incompetence or total disdain for the player base. Little Orbit accurately assessed that this lack of communication was creating tension that would ultimately harm attempts to develop APB further, and to that end they have put major effort into developmental transparency. Mr. Scott has provided the community with detailed forum and news posts regarding the engine upgrade ever since LO took the helm, but that's far from the only thing he's been willing to share. The fact that we've received weapon tweaks and weapon balance changes at all is a huge improvement over G1, but LO really went the extra mile by providing detailed outlines for the changes, as well as listening to the community when some changes didn't work out. There are numerous other examples of LO's total transparency, so this will just be the high points. Cheaters have always been a huge problem for APB, and Mr. Scott was willing to make several forum posts detailing how LO views the cheater problem and how they intend to fix it. After acquiring G1, LO had a huge backlog of support tickets to deal with, and to help the community deal with the wait for these tickets, Matt provided further information on the forums explaining what their backlog looked like. He's been very open about a number of other things: the server issues, DDoS attacks, server merges, the APB Advanced Launcher, and he even asked the community what area of development they'd like a report on, and then he delivered. In addition to LO providing transparency in these areas, Mr. Scott has been willing to handle problems in the community in a very personal and personable way. Questions as to the acceptability of nudity and questionable content, such as the Confederate flag, have both been brought to his attention, and he has answered them clearly and logically. His responses show that he is aware that there is nuance to the situation and is personally invested in making player-friendly policy. He's been willing to admit fault on numerous occasions. The drama over his misstatement in regards to the future of Fight Club and the rushed October 2018 patch in particular. In fact, he's even been willing to provide players with a standard by which to judge his own behavior. I quote, "If we keep making the same mistakes, then we're incompetent." It's rare to see a developer be so candid in any community, but after watching the way G1 ran APB, getting such honest replies out of the CEO is nothing short of a fucking miracle. Besides general community management skills, LO has also proven that they have the chops to improve the game from a content standpoint as well. One of the most important changes, in my opinion, is the massive set of changes to the way the Joker Store and Joker tickets work overall. LO made numerous Armus-exclusive weapons available as permanent purchases from the Joker Store, removed the APB cash fee from Joker Store weapons, added 100 Joker tickets to all loot boxes, and made opposed missions give a guaranteed Joker ticket payout. All these are massive changes, but I would argue the change to Joker ticket acquisition is the most important. The only reliable way to get them before was by being good at the Fight Club deathmatch mode, which was effectively impossible for new players and thus locked free Armus content away to veterans. This change to Joker ticket distribution adds a new kind of passive progress that players make while earning cash and XP, and fundamentally changes the in-game weapon economy. Speaking of weapons, LO has made a couple changes to the game's weapon balance. The shotgun rework made shotguns usable again, and the Intech rework has helped weapon diversity immensely. There may be other changes as well. Digging through patch notes proved less informative than I had hoped, given that changes get rolled back or replaced on occasion. Tangentially related to weapons, LO has substantially changed the Armus cash shop. They updated the store in two phases. Phase 1 redesigned the store's UI and increased the G1C to real-life dollars ratio, and the second phase lowered prices across all items. This is a massive change in and of itself. By making things on the store more affordable, LO has made buying things a, dare I say, pleasurable experience. Under G1, I did buy vehicle kits, but I always felt just a little dirty for doing so, the kind of dirty you feel after selling pictures of your feet. Now that the prices are cheaper, per dollar value is higher, and the developer to whom the money is going is competent, paying for content feels good. This change is important for player growth and retention. If new players feel like they're bent over a barrel every time they go to spend money, they won't spend money. They'll quit. Fixing this is one of the more important changes thus far. I mentioned earlier that Mr. Scott was willing to discuss the cheater problem, but LO has done more than just spout kind words. One of the first changes Little Orbit made was the addition of a new anti-cheat engine, BattleEye. BE was a major improvement over the on-fire garbage can that was Fair Fight, both in basic functionality as well as technical compatibility. I can't speak for others, but Fair Fight gave me unending technical issues such as random kicks and crashes. BE fixed these issues and helped drive out the cheaters. Later on, LO replaced BE with the more popular and arguably more effective Easy Anti-Cheat, as well as issuing a massive unban wave for players who were incorrectly banned as a result of Fairfight's dodgy detection algorithm. While working on the engine upgrade has kept LO busy, they've been unafraid to push out event content as well. APB under LO has seen numerous events. I was not around for most of these, so my experience with them is entirely hearsay, but for what it's worth, here's the list. Epidemic, Autumn Assault, Sleigh Bells, Riot. Yes, I know this was meant to be a full game mode, but it's not exactly still around, is it? Potshot, the 2019 Christmas event, and the Easter events. Little Orbit has also added a one-on-one trading system, as well as a number of new weapons and legendaries. Overall, I am highly impressed with what LO has done. When I left in 2015, I fully expected the game to slowly dwindle off before ultimately collapsing under its own weight, and I have never been more ecstatic to be wrong. Little Orbit has proven themselves to be not only competent, but to also be the perfect team for the job of rescuing APB. Today's engine upgrade demo, as well as LO's history of sincere attempts to improve the game, proves to me that they are doing their best, and that their best will ultimately save APB. I think I can speak for the entire community when I say, thank you guys. We really do appreciate it.